Hey y'all, Joe Dragon here with another Black Desert Online video. And this video is going to be about showing you how to find a fishing hotspot. A fishing hotspot is basically a spot where you have a higher than average chance to catch a goldfish or a blue quality fish. And the gold quality fish can be as valuable as 125,000 silver. And that's for the coelacanth fish. And there are a couple of ways of figuring out where all the spots are, but if you want to do it manually and search for it yourself, you can basically just go out with a boat. You're going to need a boat because you're going to have to move around a lot. You start fishing, and when you find a spot where you don't catch any junk anymore, that's pretty good chance that it's going to be a hot spot. Now, there are two different types of hot spots from what I've seen. The so-called blue spots, which you catch mostly bluefish, and I think you have a higher chance of catching greens there because I tend to catch more greens there than gold or anything. Then the gold spot, which is the most popular spot. There's currently 2 on this server right now. And one second. Let me show you real quick. Up here, next to Ilia Island, right here is where one of the spots is. I like this spot more because basically all you have to do is look for the group of fishing boats, and it's not as crowded as the other spot, which is down here. Let's see, Coastal Cave. Just look for Coastal Cave node, and it's a little bit north of that. Probably not even that far out, right here probably. And it's really easy to find because when there's a gold spot, there's going to be a bunch of other boats there. The problem down here is there are so many people that if you try to leave the area, you tend to disconnect. Up here, not so much. Of course, maybe after this, when this spot becomes more widely known, or maybe people are just too lazy to come all the way up here, and the fact that you have to connect more nodes. I've temporarily disconnected these because I needed the points, but if you do choose this spot down here, this is the island, Rasset Island, that it'll actually say they're from. So you have to connect all the way to at least Vela, and I personally catch as much as I can, fill up my boat, keep all the gold ones in the boat, and then dump all the blue ones here in Vela, and take all the golds down to South Lawn. So that's the most profitable way of doing it. Your fish will start to lose value after 2.5 hours, but it's really not that big of a hit. It's only 5% hit, and I usually get them all back there before it drops any further. So now again, back to if you're trying to find it yourself. The hotspot can be only a couple of boat lengths long, and so typically if you're going to do it, just fish as soon as you get a junk item, move just a little bit further. Because, like I said, it's really easy to miss it if you move too far, and you happen to be across one. So just a couple of boat lengths at a time. Now, the hotspots can be moved. Currently, they haven't moved over the last few maintenance cycles, and apparently the GMs have to manually move them, and they haven't been doing that. They may at some point start doing that, and at that point people are going to have to start going out and doing this and just checking the whole ocean to find them again. But the second thing I'm going to mention about finding them is there are several websites. I'm going to link one in the description that basically fishers go together and they mark the spots on the map once they find them. So once they start moving the hotspots, that'll be a really valuable tool if you don't want to do all this work yourself. But hey, if they do move them, you know, it would be nice to you know, help them find another hotspot and mark it on the map. So currently the people are still finding blue spots. I've only seen 2 gold spots still. Supposedly there's another one out there that's being held secret for the most part, but you know, that stuff doesn't stay secret for very long. Just to give you an idea of what your inventory is going to look like most of the time when you find a golden spot. You can see I mostly catch a lot of eels and a lot more bluefish. And if you're smart, you'll actually empty your inventory before you go out there. I always forget to. Anyways, that's what I wanted to show you for this video. So until next time, oop, I'll see you later.